If you're looking to drastically modernize the stock taillights in your 2010 through 2012 Mustang at home, then you'll definitely want to consider the smoked Morimoto Facelift XB taillights that we're talking about here today. Now, the facelift options will deliver that modern Euro S550 vibe thanks to the smoked tri-bar design. They will feature, of course, that full LED operation and will still maintain the iconic sequential functionality, all for that mid to high $400 price point. Now, the direct swap plug and play install really couldn't get much easier here, gang, so figure a solid 1 out of 3 wrenches on the old difficulty meter. And I would say maybe 30 minutes of your time to complete from start to finish, as we'll demonstrate later in the video. All right, so full disclosure, guys, we all know the 2010 through 2012 S197s kind of got the short end of the stick in regards to the factory taillights, as Ford really stepped things up with the 13 and 14 taillights, which I personally feel like are one of the best looking designs of all time. Now, a close second for me would certainly be the S550 taillights, thanks to those tri-bars that really come to life thanks to the 3-dimensional design. And make no mistake about it here, gang, these facelift tails from Morimoto are heavily inspired by the 2018 and newer Mustang taillights that do utilize a more angular tri-bar design compared to the 15 through 17 lights. Now, more specifically, we're talking Euro style 2018 and newer, thanks to the clear or slightly smoked lens in place of the red lens. Now, even though the lens itself is a lightly smoked or clear option, the taillights will, of course, still illuminate bright red thanks to the modern LEDs, and that, of course, is going to be necessary in order to maintain that DOT stamp of approval, which does make these guys legal for use in all 50 states. Now, those LEDs do still maintain the sequential functionality for your turn signals and hazards, while your reverse lights have been given the LED treatment as well, bright white of course, and are housed on the innermost portion of the taillight here, which flows very well and will be a lot more visible than maybe some of your other S550 styled taillights that you might find here on the site. But outside of the LEDs and the lightly smoked polycarbonate lenses, everything is going to be housed in a durable ABS plastic surround, which is given a beautiful piano black treatment, which is going to match the deck lid perfectly on your S197. Finally, guys, the lights are backed by a 5-year warranty from Morimoto, just in case you happen to encounter any issues over time. Now, before we get into the install, I do want to quickly point out that while, yes, the price is certainly a bit higher with the XB tails compared to some of your other options here on the site, the quality that Morimoto puts into each set really does make these some of the nicer options in the category, in my humble opinion, and believe me, guys, I have seen them all. Now, pair that with the solid warranty and the numerous 5-star reviews here on the site, and you can kind of see why the old adage, you get what you pay for, really does stand up here with the Morimoto taillights. But enough about all that. Now we want to get into the install as promised earlier. And again, a very straightforward plug and play job. No wiring modification needed, no body modification needed. These guys are going to fit right into the factory opening here perfectly. And to prove just how easy this job will be, check out our detailed walkthrough and tool breakdown right now.
Tools needed for this install: a pop clip removal tool, an 11mm deep socket, an electric ratchet or ratchet. First step, we'll pop our trunk open so we can get our stock tail lights out. We're going to remove the liner so we can access the bolts behind it. Now, normally at this time, we would grab our trim removal tool and remove our pop clips from both sides, located at the bottom and top corner. However, ours is missing those, so we're just going to go ahead and remove our rear cover and disconnect our trunk interior light. With that cover now removed, it will reveal one of the 11mm bolts that you need to remove. There are 3 holding your tail light in. Go ahead and grab your socket. And get them undone. Unplug your harness, push the grommet through the front of the hole, and remove your taillight. Grab your new taillight, feed your harness through, and get your taillight in place. Using your stock nuts, go ahead and get them threaded onto the studs. Grab your 11mm socket once again and tighten them down. Remember to plug your new wiring harness in. And pull the grommet through until it pops into place. With your light now plugged in, we're gonna go ahead and repeat that on our driver's side. With your driver's side taillight installed, go ahead and get our cover back on. Remember to plug in the harness for the trunk light. Put your cover back in place. Again, you would reuse your pop clips, however we are missing them, so this is just going to stand. And with that, that's gonna wrap it up for the Morimoto Facelift XB taillights and smoked, fitting all 2010 to 2012 Mustangs. For more videos just like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button at AmericanMuscle.com.